It's Monday morning. You're scrolling through your phone before work, half awake, sipping coffee, when a headline jumps out at you, government to give you $1,000 for retirement. Your heart skips a beat. $1,000? Free? For retirement? Sounds like a dream, right? You start imagining what that could mean. Maybe it's the start of your nest egg, maybe it's the push you needed to finally open that retirement account. But then reality sets in. You pause and think, wait, how does this actually work? Is it really free? Do I have to do something to get it? That's exactly what we're breaking down today. Because headlines love to make things sound bigger than they are. But when it comes to money, especially your future money, clarity is everything. Here's the truth. Most people don't fully understand retirement incentives. They hear free money and assume it's automatic. But the reality is more nuanced. This isn't a brand new benefit. It's part of a system that already exists, and it requires action on your part. And that's where financial education comes in. My goal here is simple, to give you the facts, strip away the spin, and motivate you to actually use this opportunity if you qualify. Because the difference between knowing and doing could literally mean thousands of dollars in your retirement account. So let's start with the basics. The $1,000 you've been hearing about comes from something called the Saver's Match. It's replacing the old Saver's Credit, which was confusing and underutilized. Here's how it works. The government will match 50% of what you contribute to an IRA, up to $2,000 per year. That's how you get the full $1,000. You contribute $2,000, the government adds $1,000. Think about that for a second. That's a 50% return instantly. No stock market risk, no waiting years for compounding. Just a straight-up match. But, and this is important, there are income limits. Single filers, full match if income is up to $35,500. Phases out completely at $60,000. Married filing jointly, full match up to $71,000. Phases out completely at $100,000. So this targets lower and middle income households, the people who often need the most help saving. Let me give you a real-life scenario. Imagine Sarah, a 28-year-old graphic designer earning $30,000 a year. She decides to contribute $1,000 to her IRA. Under the Saver's Match, the government adds $500. That's like Sarah putting in $1,000 and instantly seeing $1,500 in her account. Now imagine a married couple, John and Maria, earning $85,000 combined. Each contributes $2,000. Because they're in the phase-out range, they don't get the full $1,000 each. Instead, maybe $600 to $800 each. Still, that's $1,200 to $1,600 total added to their retirement accounts. The point is, the match is real, but it depends on your income and contributions. Here's where I want to motivate you. Think of this like a booster rocket for your savings. If you're in the eligible range, this is one of the easiest ways to accelerate your retirement. But, and this is the tough part, you have to contribute first. No contribution, no match. And for many households, finding that extra $1,000 or $2,000 isn't easy. Bills, rent, groceries, debt, they all compete for your paycheck. That's why I say, even small steps matter. Even if you can't hit the full $2,000, contributing something still gets you a match. And that match is a guaranteed return. Now let's clear up the timing, because this trips people up. The Saver's Match starts in 2027. You contribute in 2027. In 2028, when you file taxes, the government calculates your match and deposits it directly into your IRA. So no, you're not getting $1,000 today. No, it's not a cash refund. It's a deposit into your retirement account, treated as pre-tax traditional money. I'll be honest with you, I love policies that nudge people towards saving. But I also know access alone isn't enough. You have to take action. And that's the hardest part. Think of it like a gym membership. Signing up is easy. Showing up consistently? That's the real challenge. Retirement accounts are the same. The Saver's Match lowers friction, but you still have to contribute. So now that we've cleared up the headlines and laid the foundation, yes, the $1,000 match is real, but it's not automatic. Let's dig deeper. Because the real question isn't just, does this exist? The real question is, how does this play out in real life, and can I actually benefit from it? Here's where things get specific. The Saver's Match is designed for lower and middle-income households. Let's break it down clearly. Single filers. Full match if income is up to $35,500. Partial match in the phase-out range. No match once income exceeds $60,000. Married filing jointly. Full match if household income is up to $71,000. Partial match in the phase-out range. No match once income exceeds $100,000. So, roughly speaking, this covers about 35 to 45% of single filers and 25 to 35% of married households. That's millions of people who could benefit. But it also means not everyone qualifies. Let's make this real with some scenarios. Case Study 1, the single worker. Meet Alex, a 27-year-old barista earning $30,000 a year. He decides to contribute $1,000 to his IRA. The government matches 50%, that's $500. Alex's $1,000 instantly becomes $1,500. That's like getting a bonus just for saving. Case Study 2, the married couple. Now let's look at Priya and Daniel, earning $85,000 combined. Each contributes $2,000. Because they're in the phase-out range, they don't get the full $1,000 each. Instead, maybe $700 each. That's $1,400 total added to their retirement accounts. Still powerful, but not the full match. Case Study 3, the higher income household. Finally, imagine a couple earning $120,000. They contribute $2,000 each. Because they're above the threshold, they get no match. Their savings still grow, but they don't get the government boost. Here's the kicker. Even though IRAs already exist, most people don't open them on their own. Why? Because behavior matters more than access. Think of it like a gym membership. If your employer gives you free access to a gym, chances are you'll go. But if you have to sign up yourself, drive across town, and figure out the equipment, most people won't. Retirement accounts are the same. With employer-sponsored plans, 70 to 80% of workers participate. Without employer plans, only 5 to 15% open an IRA on their own. That's a massive gap. And it shows us that defaults matter more than choice. Timeline clarity. Let's revisit the timeline, because this is crucial. Contributions happen in 2027. You file taxes in 2028. The government calculates your match and deposits it into your IRA. So if you're expecting a check in the mail next week, that's not how it works. This is a long-term play. Here's how I want you to think about this. The Savers Match isn't just about free money. It's about future-proofing your lifestyle. Imagine yourself at 65. Do you want to be stressed about bills, or do you want the freedom to travel, spoil your grandkids, or simply relax? Every dollar you save today is a dollar your future self doesn't have to worry about. And the Savers Match is like a turbo button. It accelerates your savings. But only if you press it. Think of retirement savings like planting trees. The earlier you plant, the more shade you'll have later. The Savers Match is like fertilizer. It helps your tree grow faster. But you still have to plant the seed. No seed, no tree. The executive order didn't create new retirement accounts. IRAs already exist. What it did create is trumpir.gov. Think of it like healthcare.gov, but for retirement accounts. Here's what it's supposed to do. Compare IRA providers. Show fees clearly. Help you enroll in one place. It's not a government-run account. It's a marketplace. The goal is to lower friction, simplify decisions, and increase awareness. Because right now, too many people don't even know where to start. Let's look at the numbers. About 65% of workers have access to a workplace retirement plan. About 35% do not. That's around 50 million Americans. When people have access, 70 to 80% participate. Without access, only 5 to 15% open an IRA on their own. That's the behavioral gap. And it shows us that defaults matter more than choice. If you make saving automatic, people do it. If you make it optional, most don't. We have to be honest here. For many lower-income households, the biggest barrier isn't access. It's cash flow. If you're struggling to pay rent or buy groceries, finding $2,000 to contribute to an IRA is tough. So while the Savers Match is powerful on paper, not everyone will be able to use it. And that's not a flaw in the policy, it's just reality. To really understand this, think in layers. Access, do you have a retirement account available? Participation, do you actually contribute? Optimization, are you saving enough and investing properly? This executive order focuses on Layer 1 access, and maybe a little bit of Layer 2 participation. But it doesn't solve Layer 3. That's up to you. Here's how I want you to think about this. The Savers Match isn't free money falling from the sky. It's a lever. And if you pull it, your future self will thank you. Imagine yourself 30 years from now. You're retired, sitting on a porch, sipping iced tea. You're not stressed about bills because you took advantage of opportunities like this. That's the vision. That's the motivation. So here's my challenge to you. If you qualify, start planning now. Even small contributions matter. $500 today could be $750 tomorrow with the match. Don't wait until 2027 to think about this. Build the habit now. And most importantly, share this knowledge. Because financial literacy isn't just about you. It's about your family, your friends, your community. The more people know, the more people can benefit.